Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here? Yeah, I see it. But what is it? I can feel it. It resonates. The things you show me, my friend, I forget. It's all in my head. There's no you, right? Where's everybody? I need someone to point me in the right direction. this seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Now it seems to be working, I think. I'm having troubles figuring out why I'm not getting any sound, but I think mine might have sound now. Is that me talking? Oh, good. It's working. Did that come from downstairs? Was that your dad? Oh, Scott, your stuff's loud down there. Okay, I think I've got this fixed. So let's go back. Okay, I think I fixed my issues. So I kind of want to restart the game so I can actually read that one, but we've only really missed one, so it's not that big of a deal. One piece of paper, so not that big of a deal. Okay. Expenditure summary, executive sector, Q2. I'm guessing that means quarter. Major staffing, surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative, construction, redacted. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted. Mold removal, high quality livability costs, I think. Or headquarters livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Hey John, how you doing? Okay. So anyway, this is literally my favorite game. I love playing this game. It's super fun. The gameplay is fun. It's a story intensive game, but I don't mind that. And the fact that it's connected to Alan Wake, that just tickles me pink. I love it. So I definitely love this game. So let's get started.
Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
I've played this game tons of times, so I know where all of the papers are. Pretty much all of them, I think. But I guess we'll see. Oh, I should read that. Federal Bureau of Control. Attention all, redacted. A very big section redacted. A shark in his redacted. Although secure, redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol, redacted, shoot to kill. Good luck. A lot of redacted there. I don't know what's going on with that. But it seems that the Federal Bureau of Control is kind of controlling. There's a lot of reading in this game, but when you do get to the gameplay, it makes up for it. So, Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head. Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your administration team. I may stutter through some of the reading, and I'm sorry about that.
Hello? Hey, excuse me. There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you malot.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Yeah, Ahti's a bit of a weird one. But I like him. He's a friend in my book.
And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
So as I was saying, this is one of my favoriteest games of all time, and I think that everybody should get to play this game. I really think everybody should be getting into this whole Remedy universe thing, because I love how they're creating their own universe. I don't think there's been another company that's kind of, connected all their games together like this. And I just find that really interesting. And of course, a lot of this is based on David Lynch stuff, so I'm going to love it. The opening of this kind of reminds me of like something from American Horror Story or True Detective or something.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Okay, so here's the story. She's here. She's looking for her brother who was taken. Hey, Brad. How you doing? He was taken by this bureau, the Federal Bureau of Control, when they were children. And she's been looking for him and looking for this place for a long time. And she got some sort of weird, call to come here. And from whatever that, I'm sure you could see that spiral thing. Whatever that spiral thing is, it talks to her and tells her, helps her along the way. I don't know if you see that 665 there. 665 is something that's in every single Remedy game. So you can find that in every one of the games somewhere. And according to Dr. Darling in this game, it means neighbor of the beast, which I think is really interesting. Ugh, I hate the sound of that. I want to get away from the sound, and then I'll read it. Okay. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder, drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, which means Altered World Event, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his/her country, regret, proud/pride, will be remembered. Phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, excuse me, blood/bleed, loss, apology/sorry. In other words, they have to be careful about what they say so that they don't let out any of their secrets, even if it's to somebody who, died in the line of duty. So, the missions thing is already going now, so we have our first mission, and that is to proceed deeper into the Bureau. Oops, I meant to not hit that button. Federal Bureau of Control. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Trench is the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Oh, yes. Something's just happened. See? The office of the director, Zachariah Trench.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Yeah, I'm just going to pick up a murder weapon because some spiral in my head tells me to. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
I probably should have read all that out to you guys as the board was saying all that, but I thought, I figure you guys can read it yourselves. Basically, this pyramid thing right here, that's called the board. And they run everything. They run the whole show. And they are giving me this weapon, and it's sort of like, like Excalibur or Mjolnir, something like that. So Jessie is the hero of the story. So let's go. Of course, she doesn't really want to be the hero of the story, but she doesn't really have a choice. He jumped right off of the thing. Oops. Don't mess with me. Hey, zombie, I saw you there. Oh, I love the new Alan Wake. And it's already, within the first, 30 seconds, I jumped out of my skin. And also within the first 5 minutes, you already find out the FBC is already there. So you basically run right into their territory immediately within the first 5 minutes of playing Alan Wake 2. It's so awesome. I love it. But I haven't gotten real far in it yet. I've gotten through the first, 3 chapters, but I keep getting to the part where you start playing as Alan, and I keep getting lost, and I end up going in circles, and it's driving me bonkers. So I need to go watch somebody else play it. Now, if you zoom in like that to shoot, it'll take you more shots to actually shoot them. If you're running like this, back and forth, and then you shoot your gun just like that, you lose less ammo. I don't know why that is. It's just something I noticed as I've been playing. See? Oh, I guess it didn't work out the way I thought. Come on. Don't shoot me with your gun. Oh, you tried to sneak up on me, you little shit.
things coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
The Shadows. I don't remember that
Things
one.
are
I'm gonna have to
cooking down
watch
outside.
that. I love Robert Downey
Is it safe to
Jr.
go?
Okay, so basically Jesse is happy to be here, happy to have to fight, and happy to have this gun that's alive. So let's go.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Let me get through this first, and I'll talk about it. Okay, so basically how it's connected to Alan Wake is I don't know this for sure yet because, like I said, I've only gotten through about the first 4 chapters of Alan Wake 2. But to me, it seems like it's possible that Alan might be actually writing Jesse into his story to come and save him from the dark place. And I don't know if that's totally true because, like I said, I've been avoiding all the stuff in Alan Wake 2 so that I can play it blind. Plus, I've only gotten through the first 4 chapters. But like I said, within the first few minutes, you find out that the FBC is already there in Bright Falls, and they've been monitoring the station for a long, long time. So, and in this game, and I don't want to bring it up yet because it's way far ahead in the future, but in this game, there's a whole section that is basically Alan Wake related. It's called AWE, which means either Alan Wake Experience or Altered World Event. They kind of, double for each other there, so, which I think is ironic. And you'll find out why later. So when you kill enemies, they leave these little glowy things around. You can pick them up, and they help you get your health back. Also, they leave like little packets that boost your health and boost your ammo and things like that. And when it gets to be time to upgrade, I will show you about that.
Hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Okay, here we go. You get more points for a headshot. Oh, I got a lot of stuff. Have I been picking stuff up and not reading it? I sometimes do that. Okay, there's Trench. That's what Trench looks like. Hiss guards. Here we go. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards build the His guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. And apparently, we've already ordered this stuff to be given to us, because it says by order of director Jesse Faden and compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist. Who's Emily Pope? I haven't tried it. I did see it, and I do think I'm probably going to end up playing it, yeah. Service weapon, OOP-1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description, para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of, I'm guessing that means the director. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the, I'm guessing, the board, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted. Many forms throughout history, redacted, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanustra, all weapons that, redacted, of their wielders. I'm guessing they are saying, like, all weapons that are basically connected to one particular person. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. We have yet to find that, or maybe we did find it and I just haven't seen that yet, but acquisition date 8/4/1964. So this particular paper goes all the way back to 1964. Federal Bureau of Control. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Apparently, some man can't remember his wife's birthday, so he has his secretary doing it. I don't have much to say about that. How about that? Okay, so here's Dr. Darling's presentation.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
So I've been wondering since the very beginning of playing this game whether Dr. Darling and whoever else is talking about it, when they say terminated, what that truly means. Does it mean, terminated, like fired, or terminated, like, getting the axe, like Ati said? Oh, we can upgrade our weapons, so let's do that. We only get one right now, and we have no personal mods yet, so we can't upgrade that yet. But let's get back going. And if you guys are wondering what OOP stands for, you will find out very soon. So let's just wait on that.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Building shifts? What could that mean? Here we go. Federal Bureau of Control, agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. I find the coffee thing to be extremely amusing because coffee is such a big part of Twin Peaks and David Lynch in general. So it's kind of a big deal that they bring up coffee so much in these games. I really find it amusing. And how is it that coffee filters are up there with like mold eradication and costs of AWE response? It's funny. We already heard that. So now when you listen to those things, sometimes there's more things added when you listen to them through the thing, like with the Dr. Darling presentations. But most of the time, like with those tapes, you don't have to go back and listen to them in there because you've already heard the whole thing. Something interesting that people like talking about this game. So you can see how here, this is the women's restroom. But if you hit that, there's a men's restroom thing under there, which I think is really weird. And then if you go over here, and you do that over here, there's a woman's there, but it's the men's room. Isn't that weird? No one knows why. No one knows why it's there. But it is very strange. Okay, so this is a safe room. We're going to open it up and see if there's any goodies in it. Ooh, there is. Hey, Robert. Okay, so let's read that. Oh, if you guys are wondering what the people are chanting, that is when somebody is corrupted by the hiss, they either turn into, monsters who run around and try to kill everybody, or they become these floaty things who keep repeating the same messages over and over and over again, which is really kind of creepy. And if you shoot them, you can shoot them and they'll shut up, but, that's not really very nice. And also they just dissipate. Like, they turn into gas. It's really weird. Okay. That's okay if you spelled my name wrong. A lot of people do. It's not a big deal.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
It's my enemy, too. I'm gonna get the hiss.
Contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
I'm stuck on it too. I love this game so much. I've played it hundreds of hours by now. Okay. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list, let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a federal or a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, I'm guessing the word is suspicious, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. I'm guessing that redacted word there is probably terminate. That's scary. I may be missing some of the things that you guys are saying. I can see the chats popping up, but I'm reading, so if I miss something, just ask again. And sorry if I keep clearing my throat. I've just been having trouble with my throat lately, and I always seem to have a sore throat. Okay. Examination of paranatural topics, urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain, I'm guessing, patterns informed by our own beliefs and biases and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially, I'm guessing, inserted in popular culture by using Night Springs, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consume human, I'm guessing it's blood, through 2 punctures on the neck. These details living in the minds of so many have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. So in other words, I know that the one redacted word is Night Springs, obviously, because I've played this game many times, and Night Springs is the TV show from Alan Wake. And the one that Alan Wake wrote for. So there's a little something for you. Hey Sean, how are you? Okay, it's time to fight. You should always try to get the smaller guys first.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
We're cleaning house, folks. Oh yeah, it is really early for you, huh? Well, good morning.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
Oh, I did a long time ago, yeah.
Should I lie?
I never wear the gold suit,
Jesse
though, because I don't like it.
I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown.
Oh, I love
It
that.
seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you.
Yeah, I like the blue suit
You
better,
are
too.
the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
Did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions and...
Yeah, I've seen all the costumes. I had them all. When you restart a game, though, they take them all away and you have to get them all again. It's kind of annoying, really, but...
I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
This is where we try.
Didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they had better choices for outfits as well. I do like the one that you get when you go into the mirror zone. That's the coolest one, and that's the one I like to put on usually when I'm playing the DLCs.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Okay. So that was a lot of story there. And there's questions we can ask her. But I think we'll wait on that and we'll just go do what we're going to do. Okay, so let's go up here and look around first. Yeah, I don't think it's going to, though, Philip, because it seems to me they're not putting, like, they didn't put Alan Wake 2 out on disc. So I'm guessing it's not going to be on physical media, which makes me angry. Oh, we've got a lot of stuff. First of all, let's go get one of these. We got a whole bunch of They never tell you what these are. Here we go. Oh, another portrait of Zachariah Trench. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Well, I agree. I think he deserves to have a nice shitter. Definitely. Weird that a bathroom would disappear, right? Now, I know there's like radios to find and music to listen to, but I'm not going to do any of that because it's, you know, a lot of times it's copyrighted stuff. You heard them not having it on disc hurt their sales. Well, maybe they'll learn a lesson. Maybe that'll teach them something. I did just pick up another paper. Examination of paranatural topics. Technological limitations of the oldest house. Summary. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any Wi-Fi signal. I'm going to guess that's Wi-Fi. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural zeitgeist for the oldest house to recognize them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the transformation to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents, redacted agents, have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. So, in other words, don't you dare bring a phone in there because it's going to explode in your pocket. And then you'll lose your junk. You don't want that. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I'm just wrong. I think that's all of the little ditties that we gotta find here. So now we can go in this safe room. Examination of paranatural topics. Control points. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted with a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but the testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. I'm guessing controlled. Okay. Now, if you are confused on where you're supposed to go, you can always check your mission statement, but also if you look here, this is Polaris. That's what she calls this circular thing here. It's called Polaris. And it will tell you where to go, like a guiding star.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Okay, so this is super annoying. So what I like to do is I come here and I shoot it. Shut up. Then we don't have to hear it no more. Oops. Oops. Week 83 report. Summary. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures. Accommodation $831.29. Meals $714.84. Gasoline $295.12. Minibar $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. In other words, you know, if they're going to pay for it, he's going to drink. Gotcha. I'm shooting these down. Oops. They just annoy me. Oh, I kicked a dead dude. I'm sorry. You got 1.13k subs on your channel? That's awesome. Congratulations. Come on, where are these guys? Oh. Don't you even think about it, bud. Please be aware, due to the recent I'm losing my crap again. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green is stable. Yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Oh, you're watching Doctor Strange too? Cool. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss barrier, confidential. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment, impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede, escape, or access by... doesn't sound quite right English-wise. I think somebody made a mistake here. By Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1, destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2, destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance field seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? These are all very good questions. Soon to be answered. Oh, I'm shooting it down. Oh, so annoying. Hey, Kevin, how have you been? I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Ah, I knew it. Now this seems like a place you might want to go, but don't. You can't go in there yet. That thing is filled with mold. You don't even want to open it. So you wait until later in the game to open that. Ah, shoot. Damn it. It is a giant maze. It's real easy to get lost in here. But I've been playing this long enough now where I definitely know my way around. Oops. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anybody knows, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. Excuse me. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Okay. We're in dead letters. That's why we're going to see a lot of really weird stuff in here. Havana AWE 48 event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted, deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula 1.9, or the I.9, was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Well, that's not too smart. I don't think they should be bringing something like that, in for evaluation necessarily. Oh, and the date on this is only 2017, so it's a recent event according to the story. Excuse me, I have a dry throat. Okay. Oh, I hate the sound of that, and I don't know how to shut it off in here. Where are the speakers? Alright, I'm just gonna fight. Oops. Don't shoot me. Let's clear the hiss out of here. I hate the hiss. Down with the hiss. I bet it's those speakers over there. Should shoot them. Actually, I don't hear it coming out of the speakers anymore. Hooray! Okay, let's jump up here. Ah, shit. Oh my god. I don't usually fall so many times, guys. I don't know why I keep falling. Okay. There we go. Actually, I wanted to go the other way. If you can, pay attention to some of the things that they're saying in the background, because it's really interesting. Basically, it sounds like a hypnotist, it sounds like something like a cult leader would say to a cult. Seems like they're all a little bit hypnotized. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purpose, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by the real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. In other words, she wants to read all the weird stuff. It is the perfect place for it, to be honest. What better than the home of the weird to take on the weird? All right, let's go down here. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book... Well, that's a mouthful. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. So Penny not only wants to read all the dead letters and the weird stuff, she likes books. She just likes to read. Oh, forgot about the singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. It says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. Can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. What's really hilarious is that my son has one of those in his back window of his car. I don't know where he got that thing. Some garage sale probably. He's so weird. Really funny. Okay, now you guys are about to experience Threshold, kids. Are you ready for this? Fart person. Whoa, that's harsh.
She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
And there you have it. There is Threshold, kids. The Federal Bureau of Control's idea of a children's program. Talk about insanity. I mean, that's enough to drive anybody crazy. That's nuts. But then again, if you watch some of the kids programming out there, it's there's scary kids programming out there. I used to wonder what the heck my son saw in some of the stuff he watched. Okay. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Theodore Roosevelt, I don't think that lawnmowers existed when Theodore Roosevelt was president, so I think that's so funny. Just goes to show you how many crazy people, we're not going to watch that again, just goes to show you how many crazy people are out there. And I think that I got all of them except for up here.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Well, there you go. Object of power. OOP is object of power. And they call that an oops. I wonder what that's all about. I love that, you know. I mean, for me, it makes me super excited that somebody put that in a game, because it's exactly the problem, is that the Cold War collective unconscious has all of this stuff in their heads that make them constantly afraid, you know, and they're transferring it down, you know, through the generations, this Cold War fear. And I think it's part of the reason why everybody's fighting with each other all the time. That's what the hiss is.
We're on the right track.
I'm going to go up here. I do wish the people would shut up, but they never really do. And I don't like shooting them. See that? Oh, some guy just got something in the face there. We're going to go in this safe room first, though. Okay. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was all right. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. Yeah, I know who I'm picking too. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the F up. I can't say that word, guys. I just feel so weird at saying the F word. It's just, I can't do it. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed, not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. And did you notice that guy just got something thrown into his face by a gravitational anomaly? Interesting. Could that have been the guy? We don't need to watch that again. Okay, let's go get that disc now. The floppy disk.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Alright, first I'm going in here. I'm too fast. You're not gonna get me. You can try. You're not gonna get me. But I'm gonna get you. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Shoot! Teach you to believe.
To hear you when I'm here.
All right.
The channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Jesse says, F that. Oh, yeah, I get to throw stuff now. I like this power. It's literally my favorite one. I like the flying power too when you get that, because you get a power where you can fly, which is pretty cool. That won't be for a bit. Two at once. Ah! Got him. Oh. You were hiding.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Watch this guy blow up. Haha. Let's do it again. Stop shooting me. Oh, you're still alive. God damn it. There. I got him. There'll be one more coming out here now. Done for.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Oh, shut up. I'm just gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna just knock all of them down. I just hate the sound. I thought there was a paper back here, but I guess I'm wrong. Oh, the sound does resonate, and I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, so let's read this paper. Oh, I got a lot of stuff all of a sudden. Apparently I got more than one thing here. His corrupted demolition expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. They're all, because they're floating there, because they're all kind of like hypnotized by the hiss, which is basically the enemy that you fight in this game. And it's a resonance, it's a sound. So they're all being infected by this sound. And some of them it turns into monsters, and other ones it just, makes them float. where was I? Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives and dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Hiss corrupted Rangers. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. I think that's it there. Floppy disk OOP5-KE containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench, probably is what it said under there, but don't know for sure, for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by Agents, Redacted and Redacted with the CIA, the diskette contained launch codes to missiles believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. RE Information Campaign Summary of Willow Avenue AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to, I'm guessing that says question, basically. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring Redacted and Redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. You remember what Emily said, that Tomasi is the head of communications. I think that's all the new stuff. Okay. So we got everything out of here.
This must open the door.
Ugh. I don't like how the bodies move sometimes in this game. You see that? Look at it. Ugh, they're so creepy. Okay, people, this seems like a good spot to stop, and we'll take it up with, with the next one. I'll start the battle that happens in the mailroom, but for now, I'm going to end it here. I'm glad it works. I'm excited because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get this working, so I'm glad I got it working. And until the next time, we will see you later. Bye-bye.